Hello everyone, I am Mani. I am going to cover today about the introduction to CISSP, Certified Information System Security Professional. About me, I have been associated with IT for about 22 years. I have switched to cybersecurity in past 7 years, and for a long time, I have been taking coaching for multiple certifications in cyber domain. I am CISSP, CCSP, CISA, CSAM, CEH, CompTIA Security Plus, and ISO 27001 lead auditor. CISSP is a globally respected and a vendor neutral certification. It is trusted by most of the security conscious organizations worldwide. When I say vendor neutral, I mean it will never test you for a feature which is specific to a particular vendor. It will not ask you about Cisco firewall or a router or no, any of vendor specific uh, requirements will not be tested, but they will be definitely testing you for a detailed understanding, a scenario based understanding of the entire cybersecurity domains. As it is comprehensive in scope, it is definitely going to add as a career catalyst. Why I say it is comprehensive in scope is because it encompasses 8 critical domains from risk management to software development security, ensuring a broad holistic understanding of cybersecurity. Not only that you have to pass the certification, it's over. You will need experience back credentials. Then only you will be earning this gold standard certification, and definitely requires significant hands-on experience, successful completion of rigorous exam, and underscore the both knowledge and capability. I will be covering how what I mean by all this. So a minimum 5 years of cumulative, that is paid full-time work experience in at least 2 domains of the 8 domains of CISSP is required for you to earn this certification. If you have that, then you will be eligible, and you pass the exam, then you will be eligible to use the CISSP title. Uh, but if you don't have that, then what happens is that you get a status of an associate, and you are given 6 years to gain that required experience, in which if you're able to get that required experience, you will be given the certification. Otherwise, you will have to retake the examination whenever you have that. So the step by step how it works is that you first pass the exam successfully, then your experience is verified by a process of endorsement, wherein you have to prove at least 5 years plus experience in at least two relevant domains where you have worked full time, and only once you have been endorsed by a CISSP professional himself, that yes, whatever he has been declared is being endorsed, then you commit to the ethical standards, the code of ethics, the canons, and you pay the activation fee. Then only you earn this prestigious certification. So all these steps needs to be satisfied for you to reach to the certificate, to your certificate, to end your certification journey, I would say. So who should and who should not appear for this then? Uh, for sure, it is aimed at managerial level at a slightly higher level. So, as far as the IC2 says, it is for experienced cybersecurity pros, IT pros moving to cybersecurity roles, associates working towards full certification, and professionals seeking broad security knowledge. Who should not attempt this certification is the beginners who have no security experience, entry level IT security staff, those unwilling to maintain certifications, and professionals needing vendor specific certifications. Now, This is a dichotomy because most of the freshers nowadays wants to do CISSP. They can. It's just the guidelines which the IC2 has said. But eventually, it's not a bad deal to be associate and gain your experience if you are having the enthusiasm and zeal to crack this, because this definitely is a gold standard certifications. However, I'm covering what is officially provided by the IC2. So what type of examination you can expect? Here you will expect a CAT, computerized adaptive testing, in which the difficulty level is adjusted according to the weightage of the question, right? So according to the weightage, the marks are also assigned. So that's how it does. So interestingly, in this examination, there is no fixed length or duration or a fixed number of questions which you have to attempt. The range in which the questions you have to attempt is from 100 to 150, and the time maximum time given to you is 180 minutes. The moment you complete 100 questions, which is the minimum requirement, and the computer algorithm assesses you to have crossed the threshold at 100, that means you are able to cover all the 8 domains and easily going to make 700 score, which is crossing close to 70%, then it will stop automatically at the 100 question itself. That can happen at 110, but it will be somewhere between 100 and 150 it will happen. So it's not a fixed length, time duration or number of questions. The maximum limits are 150 and 180 minutes. What type of questions you can expect is multiple choice, which will have single answer. There will be questions having multiple responses, drag and drop sequencing, hot spots, where will there will be a diagram where you will maybe, for example, you have to drag and drop the steps of incident response, right? So those kind of drag and drop types, and the most important is the scenario based innovative type questions where you will be generally at a high at the highest level of decision making, a manager or a CISO, and there will be a scenario which will be given to you, and you will have to give select the correct thing to do. So generally, there is no negative marking, so you can guess. The passing score is 700 out of 1000, which is close to 70%. And the most important thing which you have to remember is that each domain you have to pass. It is not that you can leave one or two domains and appear do better in other two rest of the domains. You have to pass in each and every domain. So another key things which you have to keep in mind, which generally people do not know till the last moment, is that there is no question review or changes allowed once you have submitted. Each question must be answered before you move to next. So it's not that you can do flip flop. You have to attempt the question which is in front of your screen, and then only you will be allowed to. Once you have answered, then only you will be allowed to move ahead. So you can't revisit the question at a later stage. It's an adaptive system, so it selects the next question based on your current answer. So if it was a difficult question and you have answered it correctly, then based on the algorithm, the next question will appear. And see, the aim is that they want to assess you within the 100 questions bracket. So they are. It's going to be adaptive selection based on the algorithm. It focuses on answering confidentiality and efficiency on first attempt itself. So, focus on answering confidently and efficiently on the first attempt itself. So, please be extremely focused, because you know it is not a fixed exam. You can finish it off early also. So, be confident and time management wise, be really efficient in your first attempt itself. So, not on an average, you get 1 minute, 1.2 minutes per question. Uh, Prioritize answering confidently. If you are absolutely sure that you don't know anything about it, just attempt quickly and move on, because wasting time making it beyond the 1.2 minutes, you will at a later stage you will definitely be missing the ones which you can easily know. So it is always good to have a good time management. Do not spend too long on tough questions. Trust the adaptive system to balance the difficulty. Don't think that you are the unlucky one who got the toughest set among the other people, people who are attempting CISSP. The adaptive system will balance difficulty and dynamically adjust question difficulty based on your answer. Continuously estimates your ability level. It stops early when statistically confident of pass or fail. So there, whenever the confident level is close to 95%, it will just stop. It requires minimum of 100 and maximum of 150 questions in 3 hours time frame. So, how do you schedule your exam? Is that you visit the website, log in using your credentials, select the type of certifications, because IC2 has multiple certifications. So select the certification which you want to do. Then select the person view test center. Here is very important that this certification is not the online proctored certification is not possible. You have to in person go to the person view test center and give it over there. You can't carry mobile, you can't carry write any piece of paper, you can't even carry anything to write. You just have to appear yourself. You are checked thoroughly, hands and other places prominent where you can prominently write is all checked. Then finger scanning and iris scan and other things are done, and then you are allowed to sit in one of the corners in the person view test center, where examination for other type of certifications are concurrently going. So the person sitting near by you most likely will not be appearing for the same certification, and so it's kept very clean. See, the reason why it is valued so much is that it is kept clean, and based on your hard work and experience. And when you cross the threshold, then only you are allowed to, uh, then only you are allowed to get this certification. Otherwise, it's just not possible. All those people who are trying to tell you that they can do your proxy, or they will give you some terms, all that is, in my opinion, a total, they are just conning you, and just don't trust them. There is no dumps, real-time dumps, which is possible to get out from the exam center. Yeah, based on some memory, one or two question when the students are coming out, what pattern and all that, that just that can be definitely documented, but they generally don't get repeated. Uh, so that is about. So the examination is quite clean. There is no chance of anybody doing any proxy for you. So when you select this, so when you choose the test center, you prefer the close to the exam date, and close the person view center next to your place. You select that, and that is how you have scheduled your examination. Uh, so the CAT format provides a personalized exam experience. You have to go in person, give it as I was explaining. So how should you study? Is study for the higher weighted domains, because obviously they have higher weightage, so more questions are going to come. Practice all types of questions because you have to clear all the domains. Manage your time carefully and aim for securing 700 plus during your certification. Very important to note, all the breaks are timed. So the timer once on will not be stopped under any circumstances. Whatever breaks you want to take, will be the time penalty will be there. It will be on your own time. So these 180 minutes are not going to stop under any circumstances. The exam timer runs continuously, no pausing. Time spent on breaks counts against the total 3 hours. Manage break time wisely to maximize the exam duration. Coming to the important aspect, from April 15, 24, these 8 domains have minor changes in the weightage. So the number one domain remains security and risk management, and the rest domains are the weightage of domain 3, 4, 5, and 7 is 13%. Domain 6 has a 12% weightage, and domain 2 and domain 8 has 10% weightage. It should not make much of a difference because you have to clear all the domains. But yes, I would prefer that what I would say for anybody preparing for this certification, that keep in mind that you can expect say close to 24 questions from domain 1, similarly about 15 questions from 2 and 8, and similarly you can figure out for the rest of the domains and make it a 150. When you are attempting some dumps, or you're attempting some exam practice questions, which you must, you realize that whichever domain is weaker, whichever domain you are not able to score much, that you should definitely revise. So it is always good that once you have done the course once, just gathered a little bit of first time when you have finished all the 8 domains, immediately start appearing for your mock test. It is extremely important that the results of the mock test will tell you that now which domain more effort is required, and that's how you build up on your expertise. Otherwise, it is the portion is too much, and again revising without knowing the pattern in which the questions are being asked to you will not fetch the desired result. So this is the main thing which I wanted to cover in this particular introduction series, is that uh, a introduction series and how the exam is structured, what you should expect. And in the next video, I will definitely come and try to you know cover the aspects like uh, how you should study. So once you know what certification is all about, the aim would be to tell you how you should go about studying in your exam.